everyone. Please
Hi,
welcome
everyone.
Marie from Marie Scrappy Creations today. After I read the comments, she's going to show us how to make her lovely postcards.
Okay, well, thank you, Mona, for having me on. It's always fun to hang out with you and with everyone. Let's see who all is here already. Guess I should go to the comments
Oh, that's
section.
me. I got to turn off YouTube.
Oh. Well, you tell me when you're ready for me.
All right, I've unmuted. Let me get back. I'm just going to go through and say hi to everyone. Hi, Michelle's Crafts and More. Vintage Style by Joe. Donnell Stitchery. Everyone's saying hi. Letitia Macchiato. I don't know if I butchered that or not, but welcome in. Hi, So Terry. How are you? Tamika Davis is here. Everybody's saying they're sorry to Donnell. A New York Beauty's here. Hi, Mike. Hi, June Hansen. Hi, Yo Patty. Guess who Nancy's here? Hi, Lisa. Whoops, I'm going the wrong way. I just highlight everyone, then it keeps me in line so I don't get. Hi, Kim Burris. Hi, Sherry Rose. Hi, Ruth Williams. She's over on your channel.
Yes.
Hi, Kathy Waits. Hi, Celeste Evans. Guess who? Nancy, Kim, Giovanna. Rowena. Hi, Rowena. Michelle Horsley.
Melissa.
Melissa Horsley.
Yeah.
Hi, Deb S., the Pug Mama Quilter. She's over on your channel, too.
Yeah, I see quite a few familiar names.
Okay. Hi, Peggy Cox. Maritza. Michelle the Quilter. I'm not going to be able to keep up if you want to talk.
I know, it gets hard, doesn't it?
Well, especially with two channels.
Sure.
Okay. I'm going to let Marie take over and show you how I'm going to make you big. So,
oh, boy. Thank you so much.
There. And I'll just be over here, your little student.
Okay. Oh, Mona's my student today. Okay. Pay attention, class. Okay.
And then I'll just highlight the chat without saying anything.
All right. Okay. Well, hello to everyone, and thank you for joining Mona and I today. I make fabric postcards. There are a million ways to make them. The way I'm going to show you today is with little strips of scrappy fabrics. You can use leftover pieces that are already sewn together. Maybe you've made a quilt and you have a bunch of little pieces, or maybe you have taken scraps and done some crumb quilting and you have them all sewn together. You could place them on here. But basically what I start with is a 5 by 7 inch piece of cotton batting, or you need something to attach it to. I found that this works great for me. Your mileage may vary. I use cardstock, or what's called comic book board. This is smaller than a regular size piece of cardstock or paper. It's like 7.5 by 10 or something like that. I like the feel of it a little better. So you're going to start with a 5 by 7 inch piece. You're going to have a piece of the cardstock, and this is cut at 4.5 by 6.5 because that's what size our fabric postcards are going to be. Now, there are a million ways to make these, but okay, so the other things I use other than the scraps, the comic book board, this, you need, of course, your thread, but you can also use things you might have like lace. I use Heat and Bond Light, and I attach it to the back of things such as ribbons. I might take a pretty picture off a piece of fabric I have. I used these at Valentine's Day. You get the drift. You could use selvage edges. I use those a lot. I'll give you just a really quick run through and we're going to get going. These ones are all done on the diagonal. You don't need to do them diagonally, as well as you don't need to use the strips like I do. These are just some ideas. Measure twice, cut once with measuring tape, pins and
Those
needles.
are so cute.
Thank you. This is the one I'm working on this morning.
Very nice. Mine's going to look like a 2-year-old.
No. Okay.
I'm using
I have some
tiny pieces that are wonky.
Christmas. I found they make great little gifts too, because like at Valentine's Day, I sent them to the grandchildren. So they were kind of
what a great idea.
So yeah, here's one of my Valentines. So you can, it's a good way to use little bits of lace or rickrack or whatever you have. And I'm scrappy. I'm all about saving all the little tiny pieces. So on the back of my cardstock, that is again 4.5 by 6.5. I should have dropped a link to my postcard tutorial, but either way, I do have a tutorial over on my channel if this doesn't make sense. But on the back, I always write my name, my channel name, Marie Scrappy Creations, and the year I made it. Anyway, we're going to take our piece. We're going to do Quilt-as-you-go. So you grab your cotton batting and you grab a piece of fabric if you're doing the diagonal ones like I am. The first thing I'm going to do is lay it across like this. I'm going to find another piece. You're going to put the next piece. I don't have the camera angled down here, so you're going to put it right sides together and sew across. So that's what I'm going to do first. It's just quilt as you go, but it also gives you a good chance to use some decorative stitches. I could have put decorative stitches going on the diagonal with a contrasting thread. Oh, Mona and I were talking just before we went live about the way to send them. And you certainly can put them into a regular envelope, and you don't have to make them 4.5 by 6.5 like mine. You make them your own. But I have these envelopes that are clear. So when I send them, they go in the clear envelope, and I affix this little tab right here. And then I have labels that fit right here that I just stick on there and put the stamp and the address on. So as they go through the mail, everyone can see your pretty fabric postcard, and then there's the recipient's name on the back. And I got these on Amazon, and I know Etsy has them as well. All right, so we're going to sew this up. I just need a foot on here. New people coming in, good morning and welcome. Okay, so Mona mentioned that hers is going to be a different size, and that's perfect. Make them whatever size you want.
Yeah, I'll show them in a second.
Yep.
Oops.
I was thinking that square postcards might be nice too.
Mine are this. Whoops, which camera? Mine are tiny.
Yeah, and that's fine.
Let me. Yeah, mine are real tiny like this. I can measure them. And then I bought envelopes a little bit bigger, and I got recycled paper so I could be a little friendly.
Sure.
But I was lazy. I did not cut my batting. I just grabbed a square. I'm going to quilt, put on all these little tiny.
Yeah.
Let me show you. I made a bunch of little triangles one day on a live. I sewed all my half square triangles together wrong. This is what I'm going to put on mine.
That's perfect, Mona. Absolutely.
And look, they fit perfectly in the corners.
Yes. Yes. Just don't sew through the cardboard. This is how we came about, you guys. Let's be honest here, Mona.
Yes,
We
that's what
were
I
on
did.
one of
I,
my lives one day, and we were talking about the subject of postcards came up, and Mona said, they're pretty, but I don't like making the holes through the cardboard. And I kind of stopped what I was doing and said, you don't sew through the cardboard. And then we decided we would do this.
yeah, I think it was Lisa I sent a car, or it was either Lisa or Hop to It Lois. Somebody I sent a postcard, and that's what I did. And I thought, oh my gosh, I am never sending another one of these again. That's just horrible.
It's
I
a one of
wasn't
a
using
kind.
batting or nothing. I was just sewing through the postcards.
Hey, whatever. It was made with love. I was going through fabrics the other day, and I love selvage edges, but check this one out. It said something about, I don't know, living once is not enough. One must have sunshine.
Oh,
Now
that's
that would look
pretty.
so nice going across the postcard. And you can sew them directly on there. But I use Heat and Bond Light. I attach it to the back and then I trim it out to whatever size I want and I just stitch around the very edge of it. I don't zigzag or anything. But I think that would go on this card and look very nice. So
Oh, yeah, that would be
I
very
think I'm going to
pretty.
do that. So everyone, all I did was put right sides together and I sewed that seam, opened it up, and I just gave it a little press and I'm going to go on. I can sew this into the seam because I have enough of it. But if it were any narrower, I would use the Heat and Bond and just kind of applique it to the top. But this is going to be perfect. I made one of these for my mom when it was late winter, and I used flowers, and I had a piece of selvage edge that said something about the spring bloom soon or something. It was just luck of finding it, but it was perfect.
Oh, I still have upholstery thread in here. Oh, well. I'm switching now.
You
I
still
just
have what?
remembered I still have upholstery thread on here.
Oh, well, yeah. Might want to change that.
Yeah, I'll leave it.
I hope my machine isn't too loud.
No, it's fine. I forgot to turn the background on mine. Let me make sure. Oh, I already have echo on mine. And yours is real quiet, so I don't think we need to worry about it.
Okay. Okay, so that's what I have so far. And now this time, oops. I'm going to put one on this side and one on this side.
I better do that again. I missed it. This is going to be wonky, wonky, wonky.
We've only tried to do this live stream. How many times, Mona? 5, 6?
It's been a while.
It has. We couldn't seem to connect on something that worked for both of us. But we're here. Finally.
Andrea says she does hers a bit different. I save all those political postcards and then cut them down to size. I cover both sides with fabric and quilt-as-you-go style on the top and mail them in envelopes like Mona does.
Very nice.
That's a good way to make them without.
Yeah, I was reusing like Ritz crackers boxes and things like that. Those are a little bit thick. You can find some that are thinner, but that's a great use for political postcards. Love it.
I think, oh yeah, this is thick, but oh well. I think that'll work there. I'd like to try a decoupage one where you just use tiny pieces of scraps and just use that glue and glue it on there.
Yeah,
that would probably really work good for the political ones.
Yes, to cover it all. I did something similar to what you just mentioned about only on a bookmark, but I didn't use the glue. It was just straight fabric. But have you seen those junk journals? Aren't those so pretty? I love those.
Yes, I didn't understand them at first, and then I asked somebody, and they kind of filled me in because I had no clue what was going on.
Right. Yeah, I was too. I was in that same.
I'm like, huh?
Wondering what it was, but yeah, they're really nice.
Oh, wait a minute. I don't like that one. Or that.
I need to make more postcards similar to what you're doing. I have a lot of those little pieces, but you know, when you get stuck into doing something, you're like, oh, I'm really liking this, and you're into one method of doing things. That's where I am. I've made them exactly like what you're doing with all the little pieces.
Well, I did these by accident. I was just sewing along scraps, and then when I was all done on the live stream, I realized,
something wasn't right. And I don't trim a lot of the fabric off the edge. I do it like if it's a really long piece, I do, but this is what my back looks like. I just leave the little edges.
Oh, okay.
Right, trim it out. I just always try to make it a little bit bigger than what I want it to end up being.
Oops.
So that if I applique or if I want to quilt it, you know how it kind of takes it down some.
Yeah. There I am. Had to fix the camera. Always something when you're live.
And I use pens. A lot of people don't. I'm just so OCD on my fabric.
I use pens like if I want to keep a point together or something, but normally I don't because I'm constantly stabbing myself.
Oh, yeah, there's that.
I'm just clumsy. Oops, I better see what's going on in the chat because a lot of people came in and I don't want to ignore anybody. Okay. Honor Cobb. Upcycle.
Hey, Honor. I didn't know you
Mountain
were
must
here.
be in here. If you use glue, you don't get the feel of fabric. Well, that's true.
For what now? I'm sorry, I missed that.
Use glue for the postcards.
Well, yeah. I use glue. Well, not where we were talking about using glue.
Yeah.
But I do use glue to put on the back of the cotton batting, and it just holds it onto my card until I stitch. But it's not anywhere near the fabric. But
last year I made some Christmas ornaments out of, I got those cheap plastic balls from the dollar store. Yeah. And I decoupaged fabric scraps on there, and that turned out pretty good.
Oh, cool.
I did what do you call it? Lampshade, but that turned out horrible. It was stiff. It was awful.
I bet that was a lot of work to go through, though.
Yes, it was, but it was horrible. So I am going to try and do another, what was I talking? Oh, lampshade, but I'm not going to use decoupage. Because my grandmother used to make them, and she made beautiful lampshades with the ruffles and all that. Mm-hmm. I don't know. They're stiff, so I don't know how she did it. Huh. Unless she maybe she sewed right over a lampshade.
Possibly, because some of them are fairly thin.
Because I see stitching on this lampshade. Well, you can't see what I'm talking about.
Andrea says, the giveaway I won from Kimberly made me a customer forever. I am totally in love with everything I have received from her store. In fact, I'm making a quilt. Oh, yay! Now with what I bought recently. That's awesome. Hello, Pearl. Oh, Lisa, I've missed something. Lisa's saying, Ruth, that's the best and worst way to shop. Okay, something else with the glue that I want to mention before we go any further. because I will forget. There's my little postcard that I'm working on here this morning. Okay, so this is the one that isn't finished. It doesn't have the cardboard on it yet. Now, I'm sure you noticed this is flopping down there, that corner. Now, when I go and put it on this, and I have it attached, and I sew around, even using this to hold it down, that piece will buckle a little bit and get pushed around. So before I attach it to my cardstock or whatever it is that you're using, I use a little bit of glue, and I am talking a very little bit of glue.
Oh, so you do sew it onto the postcard?
Around the edge.
Oh, okay.
Just the edge, yeah.
Yeah, not all over like me.
No, not all over. That's okay. It's a learning experience. So I know you can't tell how very little that is because it's going to look white. I take that and then I just smear it a little bit and then push it against that. And usually there's enough left on my finger to do the other corner. You just want it to stay on the fabric while you're sewing around. Goodness, I got lint on my nose. That happened to me a couple weeks ago during my live stream. I told my husband, I'm so embarrassed. I was showing a tote bag, and when I set it on the stool, it fell down into my thread pile that's near the trash, but just didn't make it. And when I picked it up, a piece of lint or fuzz or something went up one nostril. So I spent the rest of the live touching my nose.
Yeah, well, that dust
I zigzag around mine to make sure they stay put. Yeah, that's basically what I do. I use a decorative stitch that goes around the outside of the postcard. When I first started making them, I used a zigzag that was really close together, and newbie mistake. The postcard came off because I had made so many perforations using the close set zigzag stitch that the card couldn't stay attached. So that's when I started using, the decorative stitches. You probably can't see on that one a little bit where the red is.
Yeah, I finally got out my sewing machine so I can use some decorative stitch. My other one, not, this one.
Okay, so that's what I have.
Pieces in
so
here.
What I'm going to do now is take a look in my goodie thing here. I like to use applique or lace or something on each one.
I'm still grabbing scraps.
Hey, we have the same container.
Oh yeah, I love these.
We didn't.
I think you get 4 of them for $1. You used to. I don't know about now.
Oh, I don't know. These were $1 a piece, but these are quite large. I think maybe they're smaller.
Yeah,
mine's as wide as my shoulders.
The bigger one,
side to side. Mine is shoulder to shoulder.
Well, you can't see here. I have a big
one.
I
think yours are the smaller ones. Yeah.
Yeah, I have. But these are perfect to put a project in. I cut it all out, put it in here, and stack them up, and off I go.
I agree. All right. So see, I have this piece of lace, and I'm going to place it somewhere on here. Let's see. Probably something like that. Then I'll have enough left over for another.
I should stay in one spot, but I'm jumping around. Not a very good idea.
Well, I'm not really teaching in one, like A, B, C, D. I'm kind of randomly skipping around, but like I said, I do have a tutorial over on my channel if somebody doesn't get the drift or.
Yeah, Terry has a link in.
Oh, thank you, Terry.
Yeah, she put it in my chat and your chat.
Okay.
And when I get done here, I can put it over in, my description.
Mm-hmm. I have more than one. So if someone goes looking and you see more than one postcard tutorial, it's because one day I did a live stream and made them. And I also had a tutorial before that. So if you see more than one, you'll know why.
Something tiny to go right down there.
Right. And this is also a great time if you have decorative stitches or you just want to stitch maybe some just random quilting ones. You can go anywhere you want on here and make it as stitched up as you want. It would be a great way to get rid of some, maybe you have little bits of bobbin thread or top thread. You've got just a little bit of thread left on. It's a great way to use that.
Yeah, I should have done it like I normally do the strips because these little things are getting ridiculous.
Well, it'll be time consuming.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they make a really pretty postcard.
Because all these different shapes are really
Sure.
getting in the way.
What I do with mine when I have those little shapes is I sew them into kind of like a crumb block, as if I were going to make a crumb quilt. Thank you, Giovanna said, love your fabric, Marie. Thank you. I got it from one of those mystery grab bags from Kimberly's shop. And
oh, yeah, I love her shop.
Cut out some of the pieces. Yeah, she has a lot of stuff. I didn't know about the mystery grab bags. We were on one of my lives one day, and she had sent me a message saying, I have something I want you to check out. And then in the meantime, Lisa came on. She's like, I can't remember if she called it a mystery bag or a grab bag from Kimberly. And, oh, I love it. And I'm like, oh, okay. And that's what Kimberly had wanted me to check out. So, but yeah, I still have some book panels that I need to make too. What's everyone doing for Memorial Day? Anyone? Oh, Giovanna, I'm sorry. She says, don't tell me that. I can't get them. I'm sorry. Hi, Black Watch. Andrea says, this just reminded me of who I was watching out for word fabric for Marie Scrappy Creations. When you changed your time, it messed me up. I never used to miss one of your lives. Well, you haven't missed me because this is on Mona's channel. This isn't my What's Up Wednesday. That will be Wednesday at 2, I think it's 2 p.m. this week, but don't hold me to it till it's that day and I'll check it out. I can't remember either. Well, what I did, Mona, is I have a lot of people who are in different time zones and they never were getting to be able to take part in a live stream. So I said, well, to be fair, I'll go every other week. So I started going 10 a.m. and then 2 p.m.
Hi, Joyful Joy.
Sherry Rose says, rainy and chilly today, but we're grilling steak tips with neighbors. Well, that's nice. We're going to grill later. Emily says she's going to have to invest in some glue sticks for future projects. Yes, those are great. Andrea, I buy one of the mystery grab bags every month, too, if I can afford it. See, I didn't even know she had them. I thought they were very brand new, just recently. Because I was getting the scrappy strip packs, but the mystery bags, have you seen them?
Oh, they're nice. I got one.
You did?
Deb S., the Pug Mama Quilter, bought them and showed me, so I had to rush right out that day and buy them.
Oh, I tell you, they're gorgeous. Yeah.
Well, I don't know how these are going to
turn out. I like the stickers on Mona's table. Yes. Hi, Joyful.
Yeah, I like stickers.
Janet says it's 11:30 and she needs to go to bed. Well, thanks for watching, hanging out with us. Ruth is going to start her 4th of July project. Well, that's a good thing. Giovanna, I got the message for the live and jumped on straight away. You're right on the ball. Lisa, on my phone and keep going back and forth between the two of you. I'm tired. See, I didn't even know that there was chat on my stream because I'm not on my channel like I normally am. I'm just seeing it from Mona's point of view, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, it's both of it's combined.
Okay.
So
Yeah. So my chat and her chat is both in one. So I can't distinguish if you're on my channel or Mona's. So
you can, when you see it, you'll see a little like a paper clip. That means they're on your channel.
Ah, well, good to know. Thank you. See, she said I was her teacher for the postcards, but she's my technical teacher.
Well, this postcard I'm making is coming out pretty bad. I'm going to have to add rickrack to.
Don't worry. It's creative. It's going to be
It's
beautiful.
creative,
Mama.
all right.
Now. I'm going to throw in a couple of decorative
I usually
stitches.
do it with the strips, but I thought, well, I have all these little chunks. I want to use them up.
Yeah. And I've been kind of not watching. Are you
I'm just going all
randomly
over
sewing them quilt-as-you-go style? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah. I'm going willy-nilly over here.
Yeah. Hey, that works. No, I just wondered because I hadn't
I should have stayed in the middle and then worked my way out. I'm jumping around, and then I got raw seams here and, raw edges.
Okay.
So mine will be a little different, but I'm not going to mail this to anybody.
But it's all a learning process, as we go and try these things out. So
I didn't want to waste all these things that I sewed wrong.
How did I know this would happen? Every time I decide to do a decorative stitch, my machine messes up, and it did.
Well, that's what I think I'll do once I get all the pieces where I want them, I'll just go around the raw edges and...
Sure, stitch them down.
Yeah, instead of trying to get them all just right. Where's my glue stick? That would help if I just add some glue.
Oh, my bobbin somehow got looped. I don't know how I'm going to fix this, but this is a pretty postcard, and it's not going to be ruined for that. I just had a nightmare of an issue with the sewing machine that I'm on right now. Scroll back.
Oh, here's one. It's big, but it'll work.
Melanie Reed, first time here. I love all the sewing. Well, hello and welcome. First time you get the happy dance, even though I'm over at Mona's right
Here's
now.
mine.
Welcome. Glad you're here. Peggy, I'm working with a cotton cut scrappy bag. It's leftovers after they cut the pieces out for quilt blocks, like pieces of fabric with holes in it, different fabric prints used for monthly blocks. Well, how interesting is that? Let's see. I got to scroll back up a little bit. Giovanna says, Mona is the genius of the YouTube videos. Yeah, I don't know how to do all the fancy stuff. She's going to teach me. Doris,
I just learned by error. Everybody saw all my errors.
I had to scroll back up, but Doris working on second easy binding baby blanket. Is that like the self-binding baby blanket, Doris? Lynn is here. Good afternoon. Just came downstairs to cut binding on my big dining room table and saw you live. Rain showers on and off here in the UK. Emily's making chili for dinner. I think I caught up, kind of. I'm sorry, everyone. It's hard.
Well, I'm glad you're catching up because I can't see that far. I'm just highlighting the comments so they're in there for
Emily, I'm currently making bookmarks with my scraps. I have some birthdays coming up, and those will be great for. They are. Honor says, Marie, you have to lay hands on your machine first and tell her to play nice first. I know, right? Happy dance, says Lisa at Melanie. Yes. Melanie loves the bag tutorials. Well, thank you, Melanie. I actually have some ideas for a part 6. But thank you very much for watching. Doris says, yes, the self-binding. I love those. Love those. Ruth says, Mona, there's no errors in sewing, only creative fixes. Hi, Beverly. Hey, Lorette. How dare you, Marie? I was thinking of you this morning. I was like, I told my husband, Mr. Scrappy, I have not talked to Lorette in forever. And so here she is. Honor is still making bookmarks, so addicting. Well, hey, it's a healthy addiction. Okay, everyone, I'm going to be away from the camera for a moment. I'm going to take this. Oh, actually, no, I'm not. I rethreaded. I need to fix that mistake that I had where my thread messed up. But anyway, I got started to tell you that my thread was really messed up. It would stitch like a couple of stitches, and then it would look like the top thread made 2 stitches underneath, and it wasn't balling up or anything. But then the other odd thing that was happening is that, okay, when I start sewing, I hold on to my top thread while I pull my bobbin thread up to the top. And when I would do that, 9 times out of 10, it was snapping the top thread. So the first thing I did was message Terry, genius of the sewing machines. And I sent her little videos even showing her. I mean, I couldn't figure it out. So my needle plate. So for anyone who doesn't know, the needle plate is the silver piece that your needle goes down through. It has that opening on it. It has the 2 screws that you take off to clean the dust every month when I remind you. You know what I'm talking about. Anyway, where the needle goes down through had a little burr on it. And what had happened is about a week before it started messing up, I was making a tote bag and I broke a needle because it just kind of jumped through a thick piece of the fabric and broke the needle. But it sewed along for about a week before it ever messed up. So I'm not quite sure what that was all about. But my husband had a little teeny tiny piece of sandpaper that's for like metal, and he made a little narrow, like 1/4-inch piece and rubbed that metal out. Perfect. So all was fixed in the end. After a million needle changes, thread changes, you know. I have 2 machines and I use them both about equally now. What is your machine, Mona?
I have a Juki TL 2000 QI.
Okay. The only thing I'll remember from that is Juki, but thank you.
And I also have an old Singer that my mom got me at an auction, brand new, still in the plastic. And it's an older one, and it has all the stitches. It's got the canvas cover and everything with it. And then nice. I have my little brother that my grandfather bought me. I have a featherweight,
that's sweet.
A 301 and a 95 or 90 something 13, an old Singer, and a old Kenmore underneath here.
Oh, I have a Kenmore too.
But
yeah, I've got a few kicking around.
But I have to remember where I put the foot pedals before I can use them.
I even have a treadle downstairs.
Yeah, I don't have room for that, and
my mom wanted to
give me one, and I said no.
Melanie says, just started making bookmarks. Great way to use up scraps of everything, isn't it? Honor says, Adam's been supremely busy making lots of beautiful commissioned bags, totes, and iron cases. He's so busy. He gets so much done. Crafting with Vivian is here. Terry's given everyone some love and laugh there. Emily says, Honor, the bookmarks are very addictive. Peggy says, I see that Mona is using the same glue sticks that I use for sewing projects too. Let's see. Lisa says Mr. Scrappy is a keeper. Yes, indeed. Melanie has a 1947 Singer 201 that does all her sewing. It's been the most dependable machine that goes through most things. And Lisa says, Mona, I'm really liking your postcard.
It's getting a little wonky, but once I put the decorative stitch on.
Sure.
Or whatever I add to fill in the holes.
And Donna Dixon says, hey, y'all. Hey. I'm sewing on scraps today, trying out the potato chip block. Well, that's a good way to use up scraps for sure.
Yeah, I like that one. I have a lot of strips and stuff left over I may try eventually.
Mm-hmm.
But not for a while. I need to finish what I started. I found upstairs because I moved the sewing room down here to be closer to the dogs because Henry falls down the steps. So, long story short, I found a whole bin full of tops that I need to sandwich and put together. So,
wow.
And I enjoy it once I'm doing it, but I always put it off until like the last.
Oh, absolutely. I can tell you, I have, I guess they call them a coin quilt. I never really had a name. I just did it, but it's a coin quilt. And the top is almost all done. But what happened is when we moved from our house and moved in town and got an apartment, I had the top almost finished. So I had rows that had the sashing in between there and rows that needed sashing. And it sat in a box for about 2 years. And then when I picked it up, I realized I had used the fabric that I was supposed to save for the sashing. I used it for something else. Yeah, that was not my brightest time. So matching it is terrible because it's like a mottled blue. So it's got splotchy. So I found fabric like it, but the shade is so far off that I don't know.
I put this one on upside down, so let me just rip out this real quick.
Oh, they can just tilt the postcard.
Yeah, but I got it with the...
One last decorative stitch.
Yeah, I'll just cut it off. It was supposed to go this way. I might be working on this thing all day.
Okay, I'm going to be up for a moment. I'm going to trim this down to my 4.5 by 6.5. And also, I probably should have mentioned, but I use a regular rotary cutter, and then for my cardstock and going through all the thicknesses of stuff, I have an old rotary cutter so that I don't dull my blade. And a good one.
It'll probably take me an hour just to trim all the threads.
Oh, you don't trim them as you go?
Yeah, but not short. I just whack them off. All right, now I need something square. Square-ish. I thought I got some regular, but these must be all the, whatchamacallits.
Donna asks, do you use a different needle when sewing through the cardstock? I do. I have a needle in there that is a size, I'll use a 14 or a 16. And what I did is I painted the top with nail polish, and then I keep it right beside me in this little container so that I know that is my cardstock sewing needle so I don't ruin the one. So like I have it in already. I just sew my postcards with it. Thank you. That is a very good question. I gotta scroll back. We've missed some baby talk. Gotta hear the baby talk. Let's see. Sherry said to Donna, sounds like fun. It's on my must-try list. Donna says, using up leftover binding strips. Great. Giovanna, I have to make a baby quilt for a friend that will give birth in September. Yay. Lori says, hey, ladies. Lori Clark. Hello, Lori.
Hi, Lori.
Donna, I'm loving Mona's postcard. See, Mona, you've got all those colors and shapes. I think it's gorgeous. You should zoom in so we see you large so we can get a better look at it. Please and thank you.
I'll try if I remember how.
I'm sorry, put you on the spot there. June says our blocks are awesome. Thank you, June. Giovanna's going to make a sea-themed quilt with sea animals. Oh, I just meant like when you put me full screen, like you could put yourself full screen. But thank you. Yes, I really like that.
I don't need to be full screen. I'll show it when I get a few more holes filled.
And see, those little ones like that, that was when I would practice my, not Quilt-as-you-go, you know what I'm saying. The word eludes me. Free motion quilting. Because all these are miniature.
Yes.
You know, it's a great way to try it out, you know, if someone's new at it, like me. I don't give myself enough practice. But Giovanna's making a sea-themed quilt with sea animals appliqued to it. That's going to be so cute, Giovanna. Melanie says, clever idea. Hi, the quilting compound.
Hi, Jamie.
Let's see. Donna, what size needle did you say? I use either a 14 or a 16. That's just personal preference because they're thicker needles. I figure they won't break as easily. Hi, Denise Sopatch. Glad you're here. Terry says, LOL, please, Mona, make yourself big.
I missed that.
Crafting with Vivian S is here and told Giovanna that's going to be so cute for the baby. Doris says, I'm making the blankets. One former neighbor is having a boy in August, and my former manager will be a dad in October. Well, that will help keep you busy. My mom turns 91 on June 9th, guys, and I've got to come up with something. Now, I know she's not watching this, so I'm not worried about that, but so I will say. Last year, I made her one of my scrappy tote bags with scraps that Adam had sent me from England. He sent me a whole bunch of Tula Pink scraps because my mother went crazy over the Tula Pink scrappy bag I made for myself. And I never in a million years would have thought that it would have been anything she liked. So it was really surprising, happy, but either way, I made her that. So now I'm thinking a wallet made out of scraps doing the, I can't think of the name of anything today. I know the name of that wallet pattern, and for the life of me, it eludes me. It's not the Wonder Wallet. It's anyway. I'm thinking a wallet for her 91st. Okay, so here I am. I have done all I'm going to do as far as fabric. So the only thing that I have left before I go to the next step is I have some lace here.
I think I'm out of
it's a little bit loose. So I'm going to tack that down with just a couple of stitches on both of the ends of it so that it doesn't get caught up in the stitch that goes around the whole card onto it. And then I will catch up on comments.
Oh, this will work. It's almost empty, but it'll work. I'm not going to do a bobbin. I only got a couple little short pieces left. And let's hope that's not a goofy bobbin. But I think I will free motion this or just put decorative stitches all over the place.
Yeah, either one works great, Mona. And
I might keep this for a coaster.
Hey, it could be anything you want. It's yours. I think it's pretty. You've got a lot of color and variation there. And that, to me, you know me, I'm right into the scrappy. So I did a couple of decorative stitch rows. I did one here and one here. I've made them where they were all decorative stitches, but you know, you do whatever you want, make it your own. Okay, let's see. Madeline King. Good morning, Madeline King. Giovanna says, I hope so. I need to get some dark blue fabric. Doris says, no patience to make a quilt. Donna said, thank you. You are welcome. Denise had to leave and rejoin on my phone. Hi, Quilting Compound. I'm sorry, you're new to me, but glad to meet you. Crossover Paranormal Society says, hey, everyone. Well, hello to you.
Hi, Jonathan.
Oh, we have a son named Jonathan. I'll remember that now. Giovanna, you can make her a makeup pouch. I did think of that for like something inside her tote bag so she could, like put whatever she takes in her purse. I had thought about that too. I was just trying to, because I really, to be honest with you, don't know if she would use the wallet. So that might be a better idea. Hi,
what
Laura.
about one of those quilt hugs? Have you seen those?
The what?
Quilt hug, it's called. It's like a little shrug that has arms in it for them that it just goes over their shoulders and about here.
I have not, but that sounds like something she'd love because she's always cold. Why can't I think of the name of that wallet? I have it over here.
Is it NCW?
Yes, the NCW. So I thought about that, and I'm just so undecided. But her birthday's June 9th, and I need 2 to 3 days for mailing time. I need to do it.
Yeah, because I wanted
something clutch wallet. Ruth, I'm loving your scrappy card, Mona. The scrappier, the better. Ruth Williams put a heart. I'm loving your scrappy card, Mona. The scrappier, the better. Then when you add decorative stitches, it'll be gorgeous. Absolutely. And Mary had it. She says, were you trying to think of the NCW? I was. Denise is back. Honor guest necessary. Clutch wallet. Let's see. Do matching.
I just need one piece and then I'll be done.
I'm caught up. So now what I'm going to do is I have this a line. You don't need to do this. This is totally unnecessary. I have a line that I've marked 3 inches over, so it's not quite centered. And then I write Marie's Scrappy Creations and the year. So on the flip side of it, I'm going to take a little bit of glue and I just swirl it in all directions. And it's not a lot of glue. But I'm going to set this down, and then I'm going to take the back side and I'm going to place it right straight down.
Oh, I'm sorry. You want me to make you big so you can see?
Nope, I'm big enough. I need to push away from the table.
All right, I think this will be it.
Okay, so right now, so that's glued in place. So it's not going to shift around on me when I stitch. Now, normally I make up quite a few of these so they sit around and the glue dries, but I didn't put the glue really close to my edge, so I'm not worried about that per se as far as the glue drying. But if you have any big pieces that are a little bit floppy, you're going to want to glue them because they will not stay in place once you start stitching. Ask me how I know, because I hate wrinkles in the fabric. So I do use dabs of glue. I need to get another glue stick. I had one. Well, I had a package of them and I used them. Now I need to get some more, and I keep forgetting every time I'm out. So the next decision is which stitch to use. And I mentioned it earlier. Your choice is absolutely your choice. I started off using a zigzag because I can tell how far over the edge it's going to be because I'm used to using a zigzag stitch. My problem is I set it so they were really close together. And what happened is it made too many perforations along here, so the card fell off. And I was just left with the card that was underneath the zigzag stitches. So now I use, on my machine, it's a number 19. But
tiny.
I think I showed it, but I don't know if everyone was here. I'll try to bring it up. That's what it looks like. So it's catching over the edge because you want it to go over the edge of your cardstock, but also be catching your fabric. And I think that I want to use a contrasting thread. There again, there's so many choices with these. You can make them so many different ways. You can go with something coordinating or contrasting. And
Oh, I got one
add it all
spot
out.
over there.
I'm thinking of purple or something.
All right, where's that little piece I'm missing? Did I mess over here?
Yeah, but just think of what you're ending up with. It's so pretty.
But I always make a mess. It's
Oh, I do too. My whole room is a mess. I didn't even try to clean it before we started. I need to dedicate a day where I just go through stuff. And
I've been doing that for weeks. And
I would need more than a day, Mona. So I'm with you there.
I'm gonna just show you there. I think that'll do it. I'm gonna put the glue on first, but I'll just have to clean off my foot.
Well, like I said, I don't get a lot of glue. I don't have enough glue to go through on my foot. I don't know.
Well, I glued a piece first before I sewed it.
Oh, I see. Okay, I see what you're saying. Sorry. Gotcha.
All right, let me trim some of these threads and then I'll show what it's going to look like after I get all this off. And I saw another channel put tulle over top of the scraps and then just.
I have done that and made bookmarks that way and postcards. And Lisa Marie and I were trying little fabric, like bracelet cuff type things. They turned out so cute with that, Mona. So cute.
But the only thing I didn't like, it took away from the color. And I like the bright.
Well, it can. I found if you use the darker, brighter colors, or bright and dark, and mix it, and then get a tool that's very, like I found that the silvery whitish one without the glitter let enough of the fabric come through, but there were other colors that just didn't work well.
There's my postcard. I have to trim it up.
I think that's gorgeous. I love that. See, and you're going to do some free motion quilting. I think that's perfect. I really do. That is gorgeous.
I may just do straight lines. I don't feel like switching my machine. But
hi, Shirley. Shirley's here.
I'm not going to trim it until I do all the stitching.
Melanie says a day. Yeah, I was joking. I need to take a day. It would be a long day. Called a week or two. Lisa says creative minds make messes.
Oh, there's one spot I missed.
Ruth says she never makes a mess. It's a creative fun scattered everywhere. Oh, yes. Okay, so when I start stitching this, before I switch to the decorative stitch, personally, this is just me, I back tack a couple of stitches, just straight stitches. That's just how I do it. Do whatever you think, but since this is a tutorial, I'm going to tell you how I start it. And I always keep this nearby. You might have a different tool, but it helps to hold your edges down.
The seam ripper?
Yeah, the other end,
okay,
I know the name of that too. Brain fog.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, anything at all.
Well, I'm going to iron this before I start stitching it.
Mm-hmm.
And I need to wind a bobbin.
On my machine, my decorative stitch that I use is number 19, but I know the machines are different. So
Yeah, all I have is a straight stitch machine. What's with this camera? This is that bobbin that's a pain. All right. Catch up on the comments in just a second.
oops, were you talking to me, Mona? I'm sorry.
No, I was talking to myself.
Okay, well, I can't really hear much over the machine, so I'm going through cardstock, so it's really kind of clunky.
Thank you, Donna Dixon. She says she's loving my postcard. This is how my brain works.
I tell you, see, that is gorgeous. That is gorgeous.
Ooh,
Sorry,
somebody's having a baby.
Yeah, they were saying that they're making a baby quilt. Giovanna was making a baby quilt. I know that was being taught. Stiletto, thank you, Giovanna and Pat. Stylist, yep. Okay, I've got two. I'm going to send you a message, Mona. I don't want to ask on there.
Are you going in the private chat?
No, I don't know how to use it, so I'll just do it here if it's okay.
On text? Or
on Messenger.
Messenger? Okay.
I'll let you know when I send it. I'm terrible at typing, which is why I normally do verbal ones. All right, it's sent. Thank you. Sorry, everyone.
Sure.
I have to ask the boss lady a question.
You sure can. And I'll get something to give away also, but not my postcard. I'm keeping it.
Okay, so can I tell them what I'm talking about?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I asked Mona if we could do a giveaway so that we could give one of you, I said I would give away the postcard that I'm making today. So that can be anywhere in the world. I'll ship it, send it anywhere. And so I just didn't want to put her on the spot during a live if we couldn't run a contest easily enough.
Yeah, I'll give away a postcard too, but not this one. This one's going to take a while to get it finished.
It's going to be beautiful, Mona. I think you're being hard on yourself.
But I'll do another one.
But whatever makes you happy.
Yeah, let me get to the bottom of the comments.
Because of thread breakage and other
creative minds make messes. Yes. Hi, Shirley. Round two, it's here. Ruth Williams, I never make a mess. It's creative fun scattered everywhere. There you go. I think I'm behind in the chat. I think you already read some of this.
I was going to say, I read some of that. Because I knew you were.
Thank you, Ruth. This is how I keep track so I don't get lost.
Okay, Mona, Peggy is asking, how deep are the shelves in Mona's fabric case? I have a couple of bookcases that I can do that to, sectioning it off.
These are Home and Gardens cubes. It's not a bookcase. They come in a box and you put them together, or you have your daughter. She put the big one together. And there's one here,
Hi, Rose.
over there. Well, there's one over
And then
there.
someone wants to know what your shirt says too.
And one over there and one there. And they're the sturdiest ones I've found, is the Home and Gardens. I had some other ones I got from Walmart, but if you ding them, the paper comes off. I didn't like them. What does my shirt say?
Well, I think what she's doing is she has
I-
the bookcases and she wants to do what you've done. She's going to section them off to look like yours.
Oh, the bookcases, just line them up. And then I bought these at Family Dollar, little drawers. And then I shove books in between. And then these bins are from the Dollar Tree. And I don't like to pay more than $3 for a bin. So, and they're just, and then I bought the shelves that go in the cubes. I think those were Better Homes and Gardens. I'm not sure, but I got this the other day at the home store.
Oh, nice.
And it holds fat quarters and stuff. And it is a refrigerator bin. And I think
I was going to say that's what it looks like.
So I like clear so I can find the stuff.
Yeah.
Because I had everything in the big bins, but I couldn't find them. So I'm getting rid of all my bins and putting it in clear where I can see it. And then I keep my mess over on this side where you can't see. Oh, my shirt says, I sew, but my favorite hobby is collecting fabric.
Okay, this is I've done these a while back. They hold fat quarters really well, so I got to use up some of my fabric as well as store it. But I put them on my shelf so they're like this because otherwise I can't see what's in them.
Oh, that's a good idea. And then I have this. I used to put my little mini charms in here, but I like it better because it keeps my steamroller, my seam ripper, and my...
I can't remember which sizes you have. Is that the only one you have?
This is the one that you fit the mini charms that your husband made.
Oh, okay, right. Because there's
now using
this is the size I use the most. It's got every bit of junk, my sewing machine in it. But I found the business card size holds my needles. Well, usually I have no little meter. But
and I used to use it for this, but I got so many of them. I bought these at the Dollar Tree.
There you go. Yeah.
And you can see them all. But I still love that because if I set anything on my desk, it rolls away. But if I put it in this little box, it stays right where it's supposed to.
That's kind of what I do too, especially with this because I dropped this. It rolled off one day, and my friend over in Australia had bought it for me and sent it to me in the very first package she sent me. I felt so bad because what happened when it fell is the seam ripper and stuck in the floor, and it went like that and broke. So now when I set it down, I have to put it in there.
Oops, that's a mess.
Okay. In quilt effect. Mona, I forgot you were live. I'm getting too old. Melanie says, I just bought a 72 stitch machine, but seem to go back to my 201 Singer for most things. If I need zigzag, I go to the new machine. Yep, that's it. Ruth says, oh, Marie, I have that stitch on my machine. I'll use that next time. It's prettier than a zigzag. Well, I'm glad I could help you out. It's the one that I find is, it goes around there nicely without making a mess. And it holds everything together. So,
yeah, that's what I'll have to do because I have everything.
Great for storing fabric.
I don't know where my feet are for my other ones.
Juanita,
they're in a
hello,
tub.
Marie and everyone. Well, hello, Juanita. We're glad you're here.
All right, I'm going to iron this real quick.
Terry says, Melanie, that's what I use. My vintage 201 and 1591 for bags and my 221 for piecing. And Vintage Style by Joe says, cute card, Mona. Melanie and Terry are chatting about bags and the best machine for the job. Melanie says, you win if you die with the most fabric. Yeah, you know what's funny, Melanie, is I started my YouTube channel a little over 2 years ago, and I said, I am going to challenge myself to see how many different things I can make that weren't a quilt. Just how many different things I could make with all these pieces of fabric that I have. I easily have 8 to 10 times more fabric now than when I started this challenge with myself. So, let's see. Doris says, I love my Mr. Scrappy boxes. Well, thank you, Doris. I'm glad. I told them everybody seems to love them. I know I do.
Well, I pulled a Mona.
Let's see. Have to go. Have a good day, everyone. Bye, June. Thanks for hanging out with us. Giovanna says Robin uses that stitch as well. Yeah, I think a lot of people would because it's just simply, it works well without being too much.
Hi, Debbie. That's in
Are
quilt
you
set.
selling those t-shirts, Mona? Southern Gigi.
My daughter finds them on some TikTok shop, and then I buy some on Amazon. I don't go on TikTok anymore. Now that she's old enough, I don't have to stalk her.
Those days are over.
Yes.
So this is the fabric postcard, the way it's all finished. And we're going to do a giveaway. So I don't know how we're going to do the giveaway. I'm going to leave it up to Mona. But I'll send that to whoever wins.
I forgot. I have to go in and...
your turn for the rest of the show. Ruth says, my son says he'll save money by lining my casket with my scraps. Mona, I'm getting ready for our sew-along. I'm gathering my fabrics. So exciting. Thank you. Giovanna says, that's beautiful, Marie. Thank you. Lorette loves Mr. Scrappy. Well, you know, he's kind of nice. I keep him around. Lorette and I are good friends, so just in case anybody wonders, she lives near me. Even though we haven't seen each other for what seems like forever.
To order the giveaway, you put in hashtag Marie.
Okay, hashtag Marie. And you could win a fabric postcard. No, I'm just joking. I'm trying to be the Vanna White. There you go. I think that's so pretty. I can't wait to see it all finished.
I might make a mug rug out of it.
You can do whatever you want. Thank you. Gammy Rose says that's beautiful. Oh, Melanie, I
get 2 postcards out of it.
Also, it seems the fabric finds us. It definitely does. See, Nancy says, you girl, done a good job. See, that's great. Okay, everybody's hashtagging. Hashtag Marie. Get in on the action.
And while they're hashtagging, then hi, Bubba. That's my cat.
I usually lay my scraps out first and decide in which order they're going, but I didn't do that today. It will fit in here.
See what I got here.
But I need to make a bunch up because I give them away weekly. So I need to catch up. This is one I just made yesterday.
And I will give away add a quarter ruler.
Oh, it's nice.
The little one. I don't know how long it is. I've never used it because I have the bigger one. And I can't see switching back and forth. And I haven't done FPP in a while. So we'll do her giveaway first. But everybody add in hashtag Marie.
Lorette says Vanna should be very afraid. I doubt that, but thank you. She said, lively form, Mona. Oh, she kills me. Her and my husband have a very unique sense of humor. They are just hilarious. So when you get everyone together, Honor says every time we cut a piece of fabric, more baby scraps are born. Truer
That's
words
for
have
sure.
never been typed, Honor. Yeah, more compliments on your postcard. Sherry Rose says, "Oh yes, Mona, sweet. Vintage style by Joe. That's adorable." Okay. Terry says, "Honor, like rabbits. I have rabbit fabric as well."
And I will give away this also. But this will have to be for the US only because of the shipping.
Yeah. That got me a couple weeks ago. I was going to give away a fabric bookmark and a key fob, and it was going to cost me, I think it was close to $27 to put it in a very small,
Yep.
very lightweight thing to go to the UK. So I said, I can't do it. It's going to have to
Yep.
be a postcard. So.
And even then, I better.
I think everyone's pretty much done with the hashtag, Marie. Oh, Denise Sopatch, you've got the exclamation mark. You need the hashtag. I want you to be able to get in on it. Just the little one that looks like the tic-tac-toe board. There, Mona's got it up on the screen. Thank you,
Oh,
Mona.
Bubba. Okay, is everybody in? I'm going to draw.
Drum roll, please.
Oh, wait, I'm trying to draw on the wrong screen.
Okay. And who wins it? She's going to teach me how to do this. Loretta Adams. Congratulations, Lorette. Lorette wins the postcard. Yippee skippy. That's going to go a long ways, about 15 miles. Congratulations. Thank you, everyone, for taking part in that. And then there's more giveaways coming up.
And I haven't mailed last week's giveaways yet because of the holiday, but they will be going in the mail either tomorrow, if my mother lets me near the post office, if not the day after. I'm going to go ahead and just draw again. If anybody new came in, hashtag Marie. If not, I'm just going to redraw.
Oh, Mama J came in. Hello, all. Well, hello, Mama J.
Mama J, if you want to get in the giveaway. Hi, Gladys. Hi, Sheila. Boy, we're missing all kinds of people here messing around.
I know, right? Leanne says USA shipping to Australia is so expensive. Yes, it was $62 the last time I sent a package.
Yeah, mine's to the USA only. Unless if somebody wins international, I can mail them stickers.
Yeah. Well, this was a friend-to-friend box. It wasn't anything to do with my channel, but, you know, yeah.
Okay, let me find the screen again, and
all right, no friggin'
I will. Okay, I'm going to draw again.
Here we go as the wheel spins.
And this is for the add a quarter ruler. Guess you,
Nancy. Nancy. Congratulations, Nancy. Sheila says, I've been sewing and ripping out this morning. Isn't that a time-consuming way to do things? I did that the other day, making some key fobs.
Yeah. And in order to claim your prize, you need to email me, even if you've won before. That way I have the correct address and I don't have to search because I shred stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. And now the last one is for this pouch. It's a Devon pouch.
Very nice.
So let me find the screen again and I will draw. And then that's it for today's giveaways. Because I'm having another giveaway on Wednesday with Donnell.
So, Mona, do you think between now and Wednesday you can teach me how to do this during a live stream of the giveaway thing?
Mama J is the winner of the pouch.
Oh, congratulations, Mama J. See, you got here just in time.
So email me your address, and let me put these over in the stack of the other ones that I have to mail.
Congratulations to our winners, Lorette,
yes, congratulations,
Nancy, and Mama J.
I can help you right after we're done because we can talk in here once I don't go live.
Okay.
If you want.
All right. Yeah, I got to get hubby some lunch, well, myself as well. But yeah, we could leave it open, and I could
Zoom
meet you
after
back
lunch.
here in a few minutes or something. But yeah,
we can meet in Zoom after lunch if you want.
Oh yeah, that works too. That works.
Or here, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Pat says I never win anything, but I have fun doing it. That's right. Rose, I'm making 30 bowl cozies for teachers at grandson's school. I learned that I don't like making bowl cozies.
Oh,
I
me
never
either.
have. I made the tutorial and I told everyone I don't like making these.
I love them and I have to make them every year, but I don't. It's so boring. It's just bzz, bzz.
Yes.
Although last year I was
darts.
on Sean's channel and we were using them to practice free motion quilting. So that made it a little more fun.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. I think all the marking the darts just bores me. It just does. Yeah, Honor says, Gammy, Marie doesn't like them either. Honor, your memory is like a steel trap, my girl. She remembers everything for me. Oh, I hit 1 million views today. I got a little notification
awesome.
from YouTube. Yeah, not that I keep track of that, but
that's awesome.
Yeah. Well, thank you. Melanie says, respect on the bowl cozies. They are popular if you sell them. They are. People love them. I love them. I just don't like to make them. Lorette says, thanks, ladies. This was fun. Well, thank you for hanging out with us. We always have fun. You need to hang out on Wednesdays, too. And Mona goes live all the time. I think every
Mondays
time I come on YouTube.
Mondays at 1 and Wednesdays at 7 p.m. And then every other Friday. Because Fridays I like to Zoom with my channel members. So we go in there and just goof off and sew.
Sure.
And then if we don't feel like doing that, then I go live on a Friday.
Gotcha.
But that's just a pop-up.
Oh, thank you, Giovanna. Ruth says, have a happy scrappy week, everyone. This was fun. Yes, thank you, everyone, for hanging out with us. And thank you, Mona, for having me. It's been fun.
Yes, thanks for coming, everyone.
Mama J, I'm overly excited. And Honor's making hers for craft fair in June. Yes, Denise, exactly. Thank you, everyone. Appreciate it. Thank you, Melanie.
Well, we've been on a little over an hour. I think it's time to wrap up because I'm hungry.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of people are probably busy today, too. So,
yeah. So,
we got her
thanks,
done.
everybody, for coming.
Be careful what you wish for. Yes. Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye. Be kind out there. The world needs more of that.